What's up, Battlers? Sam Battlefields here. I got a couple of videos, probably. I made one earlier on today. But yeah, I am listening to a podcast, Grappler's Perspective. I really should check the guy's name. I think it's Christian or something. Anyway, yeah, it's very recent. I'm competing again this weekend, so my last showing, look, it was pretty terrible. I was sick. I was coming off a sickness. I just wasn't in a good way, but I still competed, and this time, like, I'm feeling it's Tuesday afternoon, which was when I went down with sickness last time. What I've done this time is I've not changed anything. So, and what I mean by changed anything, I mean I haven't acted like I'm a fucking athlete. I haven't, I haven't been training. Like, I haven't fucking stopped having beers on the weekend. I have, and like, when I talk about that, I'm not talking about my old school beers. I mean, I've had six. How did you not just go around that corner? How did you not just go around that? Anyway, I'm not talking about my olden days of hitting the piss. I mean, like, 6, 7 beers, 8 maybe. I know that's more than a lot of people, but it's virtually nothing. But yeah, just haven't treated it with this kind of reverence that I probably have been treating it with, and I think in the back of my mind I was going, like, last time. And obviously, sickness doesn't work like this, but your immune system might. And if you put too much stress on your immune system, then it can't fight off simple bugs, right? So when I was like, I'm gonna not drink, and I'm gonna ease off on training, and I'm not an athlete, I'm a fucking 43-year-old coach, brown belt in the, purple, brown and black division. There's no expectations on my showing there, and for me to put some sort of an expectation on myself, it's just not there. And one of the my fiance Ra, she was like, I can't imagine competing and not feeling like you were the best and that you were going to win. And it's like, why don't I feel like that when I'm competing? And it's like, I've seen it as like, I don't know, like, it's not. I've always seen it as like, I either win or I learn, that old chestnut. So I either win or I learn, which is great. But I was thinking about it, even just in walking back to the car this morning, and like, I was thinking about this morning having a spar with this guy who, like, Damo. So, professional, former professional footy player, like, big bloke, all that kind of stuff. And like, I've got zero, like, what's the word? I've got zero, not zero concern, but zero, like, I just get in. It's like, yep, sweet, let's roll. But further to that, I mean, this guy, it's not like he's got he's learnt judo, but they obviously did tons and tons and tons of live drills of how to take someone to the ground. He's a professional rugby player, you know? And not only that, but like when you get taken to the ground, to not accept being just on the ground, you have to, not accept being the one underneath. It's actually really cool watching, because he fucking, man, he's done some cool shit. I'm just like, are you sure you haven't done something? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's the pro rugby. But you know, at the moment, his timing is just that little bit off, but the commitment's there. So it's like, as soon as that timing's on, he's going to be fucking he's taking people down left, right, and centre now, but he's going to be an absolute menace. But I was thinking, you know, like, but even then, you know, I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. It's not, I don't care if you take me down. It's just like, I'm prepared to meet him at any level. And then I was thinking, and we were doing striking, and I was thinking, and he's got some boxing. Like, yeah, I can see he's done some boxing as well. And I was just thinking about, you know, sparring in general. And, you know, I don't really remember hard sparring as, you know, how I felt beforehand. And a lot of this is rolling back from something I was thinking about where, you know, there was a time when I was like, my ego was out there and I was like, yeah, I'm not scared of fucking anything, bro. I was like, you know, it took me getting sober for a few years to realise that I was fucking scared of fucking everything at one stage. And the problem with that is that when you're scared of everything, then you're scared of nothing, because everything has a level of fear to it. So you just sort of believe yourself to be impervious to fear because you're just afraid of everything. So you're like, well, I'm in just this constant state of fucking fear and anxiety, and you learn to live with it. This is getting real deep. I didn't mean it to get as deep as this, but yeah, one of the so listening to this Grappler's Perspective podcast, and I was like, what, like, why am I competing? Like, why am I competing? And this guy was saying he didn't he didn't roll with that many people, so he got all nervous and everything when he was rolling with new people. And I was like, oh man. And then he said something which sort of stuck with me, which was, yeah, it's a form of exposure therapy. I was like, yeah. So hearkening back to like what I was talking about to start off with, and went off on a little bit of a tangent, but you know, for me, this competing is exposure therapy. I'm trying to train myself to be, because I've only competed a couple of times since I was since I left school, and all of that's been in fighting. Yeah, I suppose it's not to win, but it's just to expose myself to that type of environment, I suppose. Because yeah, I'm like, I don't know, like, I do a combat sport and yet I'm all buddy with everyone. Yeah, anyway, just some thoughts, some on the way home thoughts. What do you call it? Anyway, Sam Battlefields, War and Peace.